now we have a Scorpio, and Scorpio has Uranus over in their 6th house, have since 2009, will for 2 more years as well. 6th house is your sense of your work environment. And I think what a lot of people overlook is the 6th house is also food. Food. So when Uranus goes into that sector, if you're natally Uranus there, you might have some very unusual, picky habits about what you eat, what food combinations you put together to start out with. You might have you'll have a very strong opinion about whether you like buffets or not, right? It could go either way. Either you're going to love buffets or you're going to hate buffets, right? So it doesn't, because it has the choice, the options, the creativity, what you want to put together. The other person might say, I can't stand that much diversity in food at one point. So it usually makes a pickiness. But Uranus in the 6th as well is all about the workplace and needing no walls, needing freedom, needing to get up and go to the bathroom when you want to, not certainly being in an environment where you need to check with somebody if you can do this now. So they don't do particularly well. I laugh at this energy. I told you earlier that my Uranus sits in the 6th house natally, and one of my second job was, and it was unexpected. It's a long story, but I ended up with a job at Kmart. I didn't plan. I walked in the door at Kmart with my mother. I walked out with a job at Kmart. Now again, this was my second job, so I was still in high school. But I didn't plan on it when I walked in. That was the odd part of it. And it turned out at that time, I have no idea what they do today, but at that time, the women's wear department was contracted out. So you weren't working directly for did I say Walmart? Kmart, I didn't. But Kmart, it was contracted out. So we got paid cash, which I thought was incredible. They had a bathroom, they paid you out cash at the end of the week. And this is why I thought, wow, this is great. I'd always heard everyone got checks, and we got cash. And you had to you had to do the blue light specials. And they put me in the lingerie department at Kmart. And I had to go to the front counter, the courtesy counter, how they look at Kmart, and go up and grab the microphone and do your little spiel. Kmart, please let me draw your eye to the flashing blue light now in the women's lingerie department. And then, of course, I'm talking about bras, I'm talking about panties. I was just a high school. I was like, these were very intimate words for me to be broadcasting out to everyone, and come now, an assortment of sizes, blah, blah, blah. Then I would run over and mark everybody's purchases down, and then I'd go back and say, blue light's over. There was one, is that an odd job to find yourself in high school, being the blue light lady, at your local Kmart. So these things, you don't have to block them, you don't have to plan them, you don't have to say, oh, I must make this happen. When you have Uranus in a sector of your chart, you just can tell stories. And if for nothing else, I'm hoping that you can learn a little bit about yourself so that you can say, yeah, I have quite the track record. I have quite the track record in relationships. But I hope you've seen the humor of it. Or that in my career, my reputation, in my philosophical belief. Oh yeah, those were the days I was an atheist. Yeah, that was the use of atheist. Then I moved back into Christianity. Yes, and now I'm into So you can almost make fun of yourself. You can start to see how there's this need to always have diversity happening in that natal quadrant. There's the power. And I should have said it earlier, but if you don't have your chart, if you need a chart, you can go online, free chart, and you can download a free chart as well. But for those Scorpios who don't have it natally there, when we look at this energy, again, we want to get the idea that I said focusing on food, keeping the irregular work schedule, odd hours, late night hours. First years I came to Las Vegas, I had a very unusual job. I swear I'm not making it up. I worked right next to girls that hooked on the weekend, and they hooked on the weekend, and we all did this job during the day, and everything was up and up. At nighttime, I would hear these crazy stories as I'm, doing the job during the day. So I've always attracted very odd little positions here. So you find yourself working irregular work schedules, or you find yourself doing jobs that other people are a little surprised at. Yes, generally times you may find yourself underemployed, no question, with Uranus in the 6th. But that's part of the adventure of it all. So if you have it passing through, maybe since 2009, you're going, yeah, I've been doing these odd jobs, that there's been chaos in the work environment, it doesn't have its normal schedule. You may be implementing new protocol, new programs going on. It's a very unstable time for the work arena. That would be a simple thing to say. But it's very good for alternative therapies. If you're looking into wanting to learn about essential oils, massage, Reiki, excellent time for that aspect.